Kevin, you feel like tonight's the kind of game that you guys fought through it, and because you fought through it, it can kind of maybe get you going back the other way, just the fact that you were able to overcome maybe not playing well the first half?
Fought through.
Just not playing well maybe in that first half.
Yeah, I know a lot of people expect us to be great every night, and that's a great standard to set. But some nights we're gonna be in a slugfest. Some nights we're gonna struggle to score. Some nights we're gonna turn the ball over. I don't think it's something that we should all be up in arms about. But once we start struggling, we can't get in our own way. We just got to keep playing. I think tonight we did a good job of just playing off our instincts and not worrying about if we make a mistake. When we make one or two mistakes, we start trying not to make a mistake the next play instead of just playing. You know what I'm saying? So tonight we just played off our instincts. Guys did what they did best, which is play their games, and we came out and got a solid win.
Kevin, but how much fun is that when you do start rolling and the dunks are coming and the ball's moving and you're getting transition points after stops? And it does look a little more like the team we're used to seeing. Yeah,
like I said, it's not going to be that way all the time. Teams are getting better. Teams know what we want to do, and they're not just going to let us get out in transition or shoot a bunch of threes or get dunks and off our cuts. They're going to be a little physical with us. They're going to try to shoot good shots on their end, so we won't get out in transition and run. So when you don't see that, it's not a problem. It's just that we're going to have to shift how we play and change how we play, and I think we can pivot throughout a game, throughout a season, throughout a stretch, where we might have to slow it down a bit. We might have to shoot less threes and throw it in the post to D-West or Dre or me or Dot and try to figure out offense that way to loosen them up a bit, and then our three-point game will work. So, it's about just figuring out different ways to play, and we got such a talented group that we can play in different ways. And so it doesn't have to always be a 121 to 103 game or 140 or we hit 15 threes and everybody just excited in the arena. Sometimes it's going to be a 95 to 85 game, and be prepared for that as fans and as media members, that sometimes it might not be the fast-paced game that we want, but that's what makes us a great team. We could play either way.
Kevin, what did you take away from Bob's message to you guys at shoot around, just about the whole technical issue and all that?
Just play the game. Just worry about each possession and trying to be the best we can each possession, trying to win possession. And we did that tonight. And that's a step in the right direction, and that'll make up for a lot of problems if we just worry about trying to win each possession no matter what. And guys flew around tonight. We got stops. We blocked shots. It felt like we got back to getting our hands on basketballs, helping out a little bit more, getting steals. So when we do that, we don't have enough time to even worry about reps when we're doing that. So it was good. It was good to kind of hear that, and guys took it to heart and went out there and tried to apply it.
Klay said that today on his birthday he kind of has put some thought into the journey of what it took to get to where he is. What's it like to play alongside him? It's
an honor, it's a joy to play alongside Klay. He's one of those guys that just loves to play the game. Basketball is enough for him. Everything else really doesn't matter, and that's contagious. When you see a guy that just loves to play, you start to think about why you started to play, and it's good to have a guy like that on your team. And he just makes us go. And when he's hot, he makes us go. When he's defending that way, he makes us go. And it's tough to stop us when he's really engaged and locked in. And he's been that way since I've been here.
You guys are a plus 269 in third quarters this season, which is like the best quarter in basketball, but you're a -2 in first quarters, which is the middle of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a theory that would maybe explain why it's that big a discrepancy? It's not just kind of a smaller one.
Well, I mean, it feels like teams come in and they obviously we're circled on the calendar, and nobody wants to just get blown out in the first quarter. So they come with amazing efforts, and they knocking down shots, playing with a lot of energy, playing especially on our home floor. I feel like a lot of teams play with house money. The coach says that a lot. They're playing with house money. They want to beat us, and they want to make it a game. So in the first quarters, they give us their best punch, and sometimes we take it, sometimes we don't do a good job of it. But I think over time, it's just we continue to wear them down with how we play and switching and up and down pace, and after a while, some of those shots that were going in the first quarter, they start to rim out in the second and third. So we just gotta stay with it and know that we can't win games in the first quarter. And the third quarter, we do a good job of in halftime making adjustments and sticking with our game plan, and some of those shots just start to come out the rim.
Yeah, at least a couple, definitely one to end the third quarter. You kind of isolated at the top, dribbling it out. I know you had a lot of those in your career, but with this team, not so much. Is it strictly a call by Kerr, and how did you feel just being able to run that?
Well, that's what I do best is try to score. I mean, I think that's why they wanted me here, is to utilize that option. And whenever coach calls on it, I just got to be ready. And I don't get ready by just going out there and isolating. I work on my games in between games and for shoot-arounds and after practice to be ready for that moment whenever he calls it. So tonight he called my number, and I just had to be ready to make a good shoot a good shot. And they went in at the end of the quarter. So it's not going to be like that all the time, but I know I can't totally just change my game. I know what got me here, and I know why this team wanted me here is because I can score the ball, and but I also could do other things. So try to keep that in my back pocket, but still also be, do the movement, the setting the screens, the curling off the picks, and catching shoots, catching drives, but still staying conscious of I'm a one-on-one player. That's what I grew up doing.
Kevin, you usually have a pretty good seat for the three vets, David and Andre and Sean out there. What are they doing? What do you see from them? I mean, tonight they were good, obviously, but what do you see from them when they're out there? How are they different from what you guys do when you and Steph are out there?
Well, they're veterans. They know how to play. D. West is really good in the post, and he can pass out of the post. He can shoot over anybody. He's great at offensive rebounding when he has a small on him. We like that mismatch. Andre can play in open court. He can play the point guard. He can play 1 through 5, in my opinion. So, it's just smart basketball players. Sean can pretty much post up anybody and shoot over anybody. His mid-range is incredible. So they just add a different dynamic to our team. Obviously, we like to play the fast pace, shoot a lot of threes, shoot a lot of jump shots, and open the floor up that way. But those guys can play through the post and open it up for us in a different way. So you're getting two different type of teams when you see those three guys out there, and they just make us better. Great leaders out there for us as well. When things are getting a little wacky, you hear Sean, Dre, and D. West talking to us and letting us know what they see from the bench, and it definitely helps the guys on the court out. So we're grateful to have them, and they've made me better. They've made the rest of the team better as individuals, and we're gonna need them going forward.